at quarterback, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more.
It's the Packers and the Vikings coming up next.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
2nd and 6. And right away, he lost the football. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, and pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they talk about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Booth. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. We'll get this up to about the 44. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Throwing to start the drive. Booth. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot
couldn't connect.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Throwing on 1st down. Boom. Looking middle, and that's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah. Well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Hardman on the return.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
And they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On 1st and 10, Booth. And he comes back with one complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
On 1st down, Booth. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Booth. And this one's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Booth. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense had...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Booth. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. 35 yards.
And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point up and through. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He was intercepted on that last drive, the 3rd one he's thrown in this first half alone. They'll look to right the ship here, 1st and 10.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Here's Hardman to return.
A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Booth. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Booth.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Booth. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Booth. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Booth. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Montgomery for the Packer touchdown. David Montgomery, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Throwing on first down. Booth. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Booth. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Operating from the gun. Booth. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 35 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point safely through. And a rout is on here in this first half. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Booth. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
The extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So,
all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Booth. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it's a Packers touchdown.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Throwing to start the drive. Boom. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Booth. And he whips that one incomplete there. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Point after, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
There's Chris Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Back to throw again.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 39 yards there, a big one. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd and goal. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. David Montgomery with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list.
And the Packers are able to claw one back.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Booth. His throw incomplete. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Booth. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. Back to throw. Booth. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back to the air on 2nd down. Booth. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out. Back now at Lambeau, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
And my goodness, another interception.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always goes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Now the Packers get set to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right.
Open man, that's the tight end flyer move.
He's at the 30. 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Montgomery going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
2nd and 5.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
That's complete to his tight end flyer move.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And a nice gain at 21 yards. They'll run with Montgomery. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Throwing on 3rd and long. Booth. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On 4th down, Booth. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Operating from the gun. Booth. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. Well, they're uncomfortable here, Charles. That lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to go up top again. He's got a man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And now here is another interception.
Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Booth. He's going to take another shot here.
Personal foul. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, This is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago,